Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Just Play Soccer. I am Dharmik. Today we'll be covering the most awaited match of the Champions League, that is Juventus versus Barcelona at Turin. So before heading on to the tactical analysis, let's have a quick look at the stats first.
Lionel Messi's Barcelona dominated almost every aspect of the match with 59% possession. Barcelona had the ball for more than half of the match. Juventus had possession of 41%. Now this might come as a surprise for all of us. Throughout the game, Bianconeri had no shots on target, whereas Barcelona had 4 shots on target. Both teams entered the game with 4-2-3-1 formation. Meanwhile, just a reminder that Cristiano Ronaldo was not a part of the game as he was tested positive once again with COVID-19. Barca went on to build their attack from the back by playing short passes. Juventus had an ideal strategy in place for this as they tried cutting each of Barca's passing lanes as well as options. Juve marked and pressed each of the players higher up the pitch. Juventus stuck to its usual strategy to build up the game from the back. In response, Barcelona pressed higher up the pitch, which helped De Jong and Pjanic to mark Juventus midfielders. But it only opened up space for Juventus forwards, as Morata was always hanging on the centre-back shoulder to collect a line-breaking pass or to score from a long ball, whereas Dybala was constantly dropping back to collect the ball. We saw this in the Juve's first disallowed goal. Bianconeri willingly took the risk by supplying a long ball on the left and Morata finishing it off. As far as Barcelona was concerned, they bothered Juve midfielders as Messi or Griezmann dropped into this position. This was obviously to gain numerical advantage over Juventus. During the game, I stumbled upon this interesting observation. So Barcelona overcrowded their left-hand side and drew Juventus' attention towards them. Now this combination was seen during the El Clasico game as well. In the last match, Messi played the through ball to Jordi Alba, who further assisted to Ansu Fati to score a goal. This time, Messi switched the play on the right hand side and Dembele scored on the deflection. Morata could have scored a hat-trick had they not been ruled out by offside. After the match, Andrea Pirlo during the post-match interview mentioned that the team needs to improve a lot and defeat will contribute to their growth. While speaking about the tactical errors, the Juventus manager said, "When we went down to 10, we were also pressing too much and running around aimlessly. We should have positioned ourselves better on the pitch. Sometimes Kulusevski and Dybala were too close to each other. We had Chiesa out wide, but we need to be quicker when moving the ball and getting it to the wide players. We made many mistakes when it comes to choosing passes. We need to improve in order to be able to compete with Barcelona." Meanwhile, Ronald Koeman praised his players and said that the win showed the character of the team. He also mentioned that the game against Juventus was the best in the season. "I wanted us to play 3 at the back, pushing one man forward to have an extra man in the middle of the pitch. That meant we created a lot of goal chances and frankly, I think we should have finished the game much earlier," said Koeman during the post-match interview. Let's have a look at the player ratings. Lionel Messi once again scripted history by scoring the most number of goals in the group stage of Champions League. The Argentine has now netted 70 goals from 74 appearances in the group stage. After the win, Barcelona and Juventus got into a Twitter war with each other about the real GOAT.
Thank you for watching the video. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.